So I'm gonna make a video. I hadn't been able to find much help online. As y'all know, I have a 22 model Duramax, had it tuned and deleted. And I've had an issue out of the exhaust pipe. It's a 5-inch exhaust. A lot of people say go with a 4-inch because you have more clearance and whatnot, and I see why now. Because the 5-inch is really tight when it crosses over the cross member, and it's starting to rub on it, and it's making a rattling racket sound, especially when you're taking off, accelerating. It'll make you can hear it under the passenger floorboard. It makes like a vibrating, like two metals just rattling together, you know. And so we're gonna try to pull her in and see what we can figure out with this exhaust. I don't know if any of y'all's had the same issues, but we're gonna dive in it together, and maybe this will be informative for y'all, because I can't find anybody that's had this issue. And everybody's been hush-hush on these deleted trucks now, and you know what? I don't care. There's no informative videos out there at all, so if I can help any of y'all, hopefully this helps. I mean, it's kind of one of those things, you pay this kind of money to get one deleted and tuned, and the exhaust is making a bad racket because of it. And it don't do it at idle. And sometimes I can tell it when I press the brakes. It really does it. It's weird. Like if you're just sitting parked and you hit the brakes, it'll do it pretty bad. And it's kind of annoying to an extent. Kind of makes you think your truck's gonna fall apart. But anyway, we're gonna pull her in and see what we can do. Yes, sir. We're gonna break out the old Harbor Freight creeper, baby. Let's see what we can find here. You're gonna need these. The old socket. So starting off with, this is my first problem here. Is this exhaust? If you look at it, it's got movement in it, and you can very easily push it down. See, it's got more of a gap, but it looks worse that way. I want it tucked up under here, but almost, it's been rubbing, if you can tell right here, it's barely on the inside right there. But we're gonna figure that out as well. It usually sets pretty good. I've tweaked it a little bit, so it's been setting all right, but when I first got it and drove it home, I noticed that it was all the way up against the paint, which it ain't rubbed through the paint or nothing. It's still fine, but we're gonna tweak that a little bit as well. So this is what I found so far. So this is the center cross member where your torsion keys are. This one, this is the pipe here. It transitions. It goes up. This is a 4-inch, and it transitions to a 5 right here at this main cross member where your torsion keys are. It was rubbing right here. I got a gap on it now. That's how tight it is. Also found out it was rubbing, come forward just a hair, right here on the transmission where this line comes through. There is a exhaust hanger right here. Well, it was rubbing right there, and I got a little bit. I don't know if you can see it, but there's 2 bolts here and 2 on the other side. These are kind of tricky to get to. You kind of have to go through the fender liner to get to them, but you can get to them. A couple special sockets you got to have, but that, you gotta loosen those. There's actually the holes on the bracket that mounts to the downpipe has a little play in them, and it had shifted, so it throwed everything towards this. When it shifted, it throwed it towards this bracket. So that's why it was rubbing right there. But I only got that much out of it. I mean, there's probably, you can't really see it on camera, there may be 1/8 of an inch, maybe. But I'm gonna keep digging and see if I can loosen this bracket here, the bolt on where it changes from 4 to 5 inch pipe, and see if I can get a little more adjustment out of this right here to get it off of this. Now you could easily just take a Sawzall and cut just that off right here and it'd be fine, but I don't really want to cut on an $80,000 truck if I don't have to. So I'm gonna see if I can tweak this a little bit more down here, and we'll see what we can come up with. Now, if you want to know, my exhaust takes a 9/16 on these. These are gonna be taut. Let's see here. We're gonna loosen it up just a little bit. A lot of bit. Like that. See, it's separating. Yeah, these clamps, they're... Let's break this one loose now. Oh. I think they tightened them with the impact. I had to. It was tight. Alright, let's see here. Get back these out. Get them loose as I can to where I can drop the mud in my face. And see if I can play with them. I get some adjustment out of this strap here. Okay. So I done adjusted this whole thing all the way down, took all the brackets loose, and I still cannot get this. This is where the rattle's coming from, right here. And I've tried to loosen those bolts way up there, just have enough play in it to rotate it, and it still don't have enough play. So you can tell where I rotated it. See, let's see here. See right there, you can see where I loosened it and moved it. It's still not got enough play in it. It's still vibrating, and I can push it with this little bracket here and it'll prise it off of it just a hair, but when you get the truck running, it vibrates back and forth. Hear it? So I'm gonna take a Sawzall and I'm just gonna trim that about a 1/4 inch off there, and we're gonna see what she'll do. Give me just a damn minute right quick. I ain't got no safety glasses, but I ain't sponsored by Milwaukee, but I'm gonna have to cut it. I'm gonna cut it right. Oh, look at there. This shit looks factory. Look at that. Factory cut. She clears that little bracket down. Look at that. Woo! I touched it up with a little rust on them high 10. Nobody gonna say a damn thing about it. Anyway, that was the spot right there it was rubbing. Ain't nobody gonna know it but me. Looks great for my house. So, now that we got the old bracket shaved just a hair, she ain't touching no more, which is fabulous. We're gonna go back through here and we're gonna retighten all these bolts. That's not an oil leak, that's just from when I first had the delete done. See, it's done dry. That's old. There ain't no oil leak on this truck. It's a Chevrolet. But we're going back through here and tighten all these brackets down and we'll fire her up and see if she's still rattling. Maybe take her for a test drive and romp on her just a hair. But anyway, we'll catch y'all here in just a minute. I'll test her out right here. She looks good. Good. I'll roll her on down. Gotta move some shit out of the way right quick. Give me just a minute. Got these next. Check these. Oh yeah, she's tight. See, we had a little play in her. We got her pretty damn stout, if you tell me. Yeah, if you don't know, see how this oil, but it's that diesel exhaust fluid. When they did this first leak kit on it, it leaked pretty good in some places, but it's she's back to normal. Oh, by the way, did get a little bit bigger of a gap between here and the cross member by rotating. This got a little offset in it right here. I don't know if you can see that? Kind of got an offset in it. I rolled it just a hair and it raised it up where I get a good probably 3/8 or so, maybe half in between. That's pretty good. But yeah, I'm ready to tighten these suckers back up and fire it up and take her for a drive. And I also, what I did, let's see if I can squeeze under the old rear diff. I loosened these as well. I'm gonna check. Get these bad boys tight. And I was adjusting my play here. See, this thing was all the way up against here. It's gonna melt this, so I pulled it back just a hair. And she's stout, baby. Let's fire this sumbitch up. Look at this. You can tell she's deleted. She got all these plugs undone. You don't need that garbage. You don't need it. But anyhow, I think she's ready to rock and roll. We'll crank her up and see if she rattles. I'm gonna heat. Actually, main reason I'm gonna crank it up is I'm gonna warm this pipe up. It's pretty cold outside, and get this pipe warmed up. I'm gonna hit this right here with a little high temp Rust-Oleum, just so it don't rust that bracket out. Which I guess it don't really matter. It's already freaking rusting, but whatever I can do to help save the life of her. Fire up, check for leaks. Oh, cough, baby. We'll get down under here and check for leaks real quick. Look at that. No more rattling. Got space. Oh shit. You digging on that high idle. It's cold out here, boy. They gonna feel the vibration on that, man. Ain't got no leak. No leak there. Just a minute. I can't see. Ain't got no leak up here on the intake or the down pipe. I don't feel no air. With it idled up, you ought to feel it. Feels pretty good, actually. Pretty warm. No leak. I'll tell you what, this Harbor Freight creeper helps a lot. No leak there. Check this again. No leak. No leak. Got one more to check. We're gonna be home free. we're good. I'll see y'all on the flip side. They make an exhaust for a 20 and 20 plus Duramax, but most of these people, they're going to throw a 2017 to 2019 Duramax exhaust on it, on the 2020 models, because it does fit and their parts are a lot more readily available to get, so that's what they're going with. So it does take a little finagling, a little cutting, but some of the exhausts, they will fit, plug and play, and it's good to go. But unfortunately this one is from Canada, and them damn Canadians didn't have the damn bender set right or something. So we got it running though. Sounds pretty good. We might set y'all up just for a minute and get a little exhaust video. One thing I noticed was the vibration was completely gone inside the cab. So if you have a 2020 to a 2025 Duramax and you had it freshly tuned and deleted, this could be your same problem, depending on the exhaust that you went with. Some shops, they may weld them there in place, bend them in place, and make it fit, and you got a perfect exhaust. But if you're shopping online, which I would not recommend in today's world, because you will get a doorstep visit from somebody, but that's beside the point. If you are going to do this to your truck, keep in mind the 2020 and up models, most of the people in the shops today, they're going to run the 2017 to 2019 exhaust on them, because they do fit with a little tweaking. And depending on, and every exhaust is different. It's like bending pipe. If you've done it before, you know not every bend's going to come out the same. So this one required a little more tweaking than what some of the others that was done by the same guy that I've seen had. And it's maybe some of y'all learned a little bit from this video. And if you're running the same issues or have any questions, y'all just leave me a comment, send me a DM, send me a message, whatever, and hopefully we can help to get that worked out. But thank y'all for watching. I hope I didn't bore you too bad. Y'all enjoy.